What would classical guitar be without arpeggios? It's probably the one technique that best defines the imaginary of the sound of our instrument around the world, so we really need to master them. And how do we include arpeggio practice smartly in our everyday practice? I always do include that in my warm-up routine because they're fun and they help you increasing the control on your strings, on your sound. Today we will talk about four fingers arpeggios, starting with probably the most common one: thumb, index, middle, and ring finger. Of course, there are 12 variations of these four fingers arpeggios, so you don't get bored, but we will talk about it later in the video. Now let's see how we can improve our arpeggio technique. Well, the first thing is to make sure that each of our fingers is independent from each other and has a good sound and plays with a good timing. I like to think about the mallets of a marimba or any other percussion instrument when thinking about my fingers. It helps me visualizing what you're doing. And of course, you can create your own imaginary. Many times guitarists struggle with their arpeggios because they don't find them even, regular, even if they feel confident with the independency of the fingers. How do we improve this? This is where the concept of circularity of arpeggios comes to help us. Circularity is a technique that helps us linking together several repetitions of the same arpeggio. For example, let's take the same arpeggio, but this time we will focus on the role of the thumb. We start our first pattern, and when the ring finger plays, we prepare the thumb on the bass string. Exactly at the same time. Let's see that again. Thumb, index, middle, ring and thumb at the same time. The difference is that the ring plays and the thumb prepares. If you want to visualize it, it's kind of this movement. With the difference that the thumb is not playing the string, it's just resting on it. You will probably need some time to get confident with this feeling. As you can see, in this way, our thumb is already placed in position way before it's turn to play. Practicing circularity is not just a preparation exercise for your thumb. It will boost your confidence and your sound because you will never lose control of your strings. You will always have at least one point of contact. 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 In order to achieve this, again, it's fundamental that you imagine this movement as one single movement at the same time. But remember, thumb and ring finger really needs to be synchronized. Imagine that as one single movement instead of two separate fingers moving. Once you start feeling more and more confident about thumb preparation in your arpeggios, you can start thinking about changing this pattern. The same pattern, but starting with the I finger, will unlock different sensations. Let's have a look. The pattern now is index, middle, ring, thumb. The preparation in this case as you can see, I'm preparing my index finger as soon as my thumb plays. So the whole arpeggio will look like this. Of course, this circularity approach can be applied not just to 4 notes pattern, but to 3, 4, 5, 6, and how many as you want. Just find your own way to apply these concepts. But one tip that I want to give you is to practice arpeggios with simultaneous thumb attack. These arpeggios will boost your confidence and your positioning of the hand. will have 12 patterns that you can follow. 4 starting with the ring finger, 4 starting with the M finger, and 4 starting with the index finger. Always playing the thumb for each note of the arpeggio. When practicing these patterns with a simultaneous thumb attack, you can at the same time practice the thumb preparation. Let me show you. As you can see, for every note, I'm preparing both the following finger and the thumb. And if you think you won't have too much time to practice all these patterns every day, well, that's where you can make it fun. You can make a weekly schedule where you decide a couple of these patterns for every single day. And in this way, you will keep stimulating your brain and your hands in a completely different way.